These are 5 signs that your business will succeed. Maybe perhaps you're out there, you have the aspirations of opening a business one day, or maybe you're already in a new business and you just started, and maybe you're feeling like this business is not moving on the right track, or maybe you've been having that business for quite a while, and you're feeling like this business is actually going on the down drain because it's draining me. Now, what are the right time or what are the right signs to tell you like, you know what, this is just a glitch, and the business is gonna pick it up and everything will be okay? That is exactly what I'm gonna share with you on this specific video. I'm gonna share with you step by step each and every sign and tell you what it signifies and what exactly you're supposed to do for you to grow yourself to the next level. Alright, and guess what, I usually post a video each and every day, so if you don't want to miss any piece of my good video, this is what you do. It's very simple, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. Just down below there on your right there is a button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button. Then on the left there is a like button. Hit those two magical buttons. Guess what happens? You get to be notified whenever I upload a new good video. Alright, so let's get into it. Now, say you've started a business and then maybe let's say you're in a couple of months or maybe an year into the business, and then you feel like what was written in the business plan is not exactly what has been presented to you by the business. And then you're there, you're having some thoughts like, should I go ahead and close this business, or what exactly should I do, because I don't feel like this business is doing exactly what it should do. There's something that you're supposed to understand when it comes to business. There are some classes or levels of the business. The one thing that you're supposed to understand is that there's what we call the prospected profit or the income or whatever. And then there is what we call the mid-tier, and then we have what we call the lowest one. Now, say your business is out there, it is not actually paying you as you expected, but one business has these signs. This is a very first sign. You realize that the business is actually able to pay the rent or the permit or the premise where the business has been established, if maybe it's not your place. And then you realize the same business is actually paying your employees, your employees are getting paid. Because there's one thing you're supposed to understand when it comes to business, and this is usually the hardest part. Whenever I talk with people when it comes to business, I tell them, when it comes to business, when you start a business, you always get to be paid last. And they ask me, what do you mean by that? This is the point. Immediately after starting the business, you look for the permit. Of course, you've paid them first. That's the government. The second thing that you look for, you pay for the rent. Of course, you must pay those guys first. And then the other thing you look for is for the employees. You have to pay them first. And again, when it comes to you of paying the what we call the suppliers, the distributors, say you're running a restaurant and what have you. Now, what is left is what belongs to you. Meaning, you get to pay yourself the last as the last individual. So now that is the thing that you're supposed to understand. Now, the point is this: when you realize that your business is actually to pay all those guys, it's actually not asking you to go back into your pocket and get the money and to repay them. Okay, when you realize it's not asking you exactly that, then you're supposed to know that this business yet is not where I would like it to be. It is not paying me as much as would love to be. Sometimes it's not even paying you at all. You're just doing the donkey work there. You're sacrificing the day and night thinking about the business. You're just paying all your guys. You're paying. Just hold still, because one day it will come a time when you'll be paid, and then you'll be able to run your business to the next level. So whenever you realize that the business is paying the rent or the premises, the business is paying the permit, the licenses, the business is paying for your employees, the business is paying the distributors, the suppliers, then at that particular point the business is paying you that smallest amount of money. Say maybe your target was to get yourself like 60,000 at the end of the month, and then you realize you're getting yourself like 10, 11,000, because that's real, 12, 13, or maybe 20 or something of sort. So at that particular point, you're supposed to tell yourself like this: okay, fine, I think it's the best time to hold still, because at the end of the day, this business can pick it up and then move to the next level. So at that particular point, if those are the signs, then hold still. But if those signs are not exactly that, you realize that you're getting into the pocket like all the time to pay your employees, pay your employer, the distributors, the suppliers, and what have you, and you've been doing that for quite a long time, maybe let's say over 6 months, then you have to rethink about that business. Otherwise, it can drain you and get yourself out of the queue. Okay, so now the second point, one sign that you should tell you that you're supposed to understand that this business will actually succeed is the kind of the employees that you have. That's for a fact. I know this is a factor that a lot of people tend to ignore, but it plays a very vital role. What do I mean by that particular point is that you find those guys that you've been employed in that specific area. Say maybe perhaps you're kind of quote unquote busy individual. You don't spend like the entire day in that specific business. So now what brings the difference is this: whenever you're not out there, these guys are the one who represent the face of that specific business. If you employ people who are not competent, if you employ people who do not even know how to handle customers, they do not know how to apply the before sale and after sale services, then you're gonna get yourself into problems. Perhaps you might have a business out there, it's not really paying you as you expect, but there's this golden thing that you have in your business. You realize that you actually got the best employees there. These are the guys who actually hold that business as if it's theirs. Of course, they, you know very well, they are there to get money, they are there to get paid. Just the same of you. I mean, all of you who are there, the employee, the employers, and what have you, you are all being joined there just to make money. All right. And this is the this business will succeed, or rather will feed all of you. So when you realize you have that group of people as your midst, as your employees, then you should hold still and actually work towards and actually looking forward and where the things are going wrong, so that at least you can overturn or you can backflip that specific business and proceed to terms of the growth and the next level. The other thing that you're supposed to understand or look or see as a sign to tell you that it's a good sign that your business one day will succeed, or it's actually succeeding, is the character that you have towards the business. Let's say you are the third month into the business or the second month. Sometimes people call me when they're in the first month of the business and they tell me, hey, you know what, Joseph, according to my plan, I was actually aiming at getting 1,500 per day or getting 10,000 a day. Guess where I am? I'm at 900, I'm at 2,000, I'm at whatever. I mean, you're just way below what you expected or prospected as your profit, and then there you are, you're having a negative attitude towards, like, I don't think this business actually will ever succeed because it's 3 months down the line, it has never actually paid me that amount of money. It's like you're overstretching the business, you're expecting much from the business, you have that negative character or attitude toward that specific business that can actually get yourself into more problems. So what you're supposed to understand is that business do not like pick with instant or within a click of a button and overturn and everything is presented on the table. At times, yes, that happens, but it has to take some time before it goes to that specific level. The other thing is this: if you want to know that you're going to succeed in your business, you know very well how your numbers are. That's very simple. That doesn't lie. If you know how your inventory records, you keep your inventory records, you have all the numbers in terms of how much do you sell, in terms of gross profit, in terms of net profit, you know your numbers, the operational cost of that business, you know all the nitty-gritties about that specific business. Because one of the things that actually propagate the businesses to fail is that you find individuals do not even know how their numbers are. Sometimes I receive a call, somebody tell me like, hey, you know what, I don't even know where my money is going. I'm running a restaurant, I'm running a hotel, I'm running or whatever, and then I ask them, how much is the operational cost? They don't even know what's an operational cost, meaning that you do not even know how much you pay for your electricity, your water, your suppliers, your distributors. Like, for that business to be existed for a typical day from morning to the evening, all right? So how much do you need to have for each business to open doors and actually serve the purpose of the business? You have to understand exactly, I require like 10,000 amount of money, I require 2,000 amount of money, depends with your capacity of your business. Then you have to understand exactly, this is the operational cost of my business. Then at the evening, then you can be able to sit down with pen and paper and try to track all the much that has been spent versus or vis-a-vis what you have on the hands, and then from there you can be able to do your subtraction and know exactly where you're standing in terms of your profit. So if you do not understand or know how your numbers are, then rest assured that you're gonna be very tough for you to actually backflip or flip that business to be a profitable business. The other thing is this: one thing that you're supposed to understand, not everyone will show to your premises will actually be turned out to be a customer. One thing that you're supposed to understand is that you're supposed to use a certain rule we call the 10-4-1, meaning every 10 people who actually shows interest of your business, 4 of them, okay, 10 people who watches, then 4 people shows interest, and 1 individual actually turn them or transform them into a customer. That's what you're supposed to understand. One thing is this: develop a positive attitude towards the business, do what is required of you to do it, and then at that particular point, always understand this: in business we always pay ourselves last. You have to pay yourself last after you paying your employees and what have you. Yes, I know you may be holding the money, but the fact remains, it's never your money until you've cleared all those bills and you've paid everyone, you've paid your whatever. At that particular point, that's the time now you say, now I've paid myself. The mistake that people do is to really pay yourself very fast, then you don't even care what happens. Like, you get the money, you get your profit, and you be like, okay, fine, I have to pay myself like 3,000 a day. You get the 3,000, you put it in your pocket, you haven't paid your employees. These are the guys, these are the turning wheels, these are the cog and wheel that run that specific business. This is the system that makes that money. Now you haven't greased that system, then you take the money, you pay yourself first, just because you're the dreamer, you're the start of that business. And then it comes to point now paying them. Now you start giving them stories. And you know what, guys, the business business today wasn't good. I mean, I don't have to, I mean, I think I won't pay you today. I mean, all those kind of things. And that actually develop a negative attitude towards all your employees. And maybe they were wonderful employees, they can turn to be a nightmare to your business. So the fact is this, show them, right? Tell them, hey, you know what, guys, this is how it is. You get your money, you get your money, you get your money. Unless it's true, even them, they have seen like their job hasn't been good, like throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the month, based on how you guys you pay them. Then from there you can be able to agree. So anyway, what guys, if you'd like to get in booklets of my as far as the business ideas are concerned, business plans, get my number from the description of this specific video. Give me a call, text me on WhatsApp, you get a copy. It's only 280, and from there we get started and we move to the next level. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one. Don't forget to like this video. My name is Joseph, talk about money. And as well, comment down below, tell me what you think, and don't forget to as well subscribe, and see you in the next one on the next video.